It is Colonial Month in London, and flags of all the colonies fly in the June sunshine. The events of Colonial Month gave the British people a new chance to learn more about the colonial territories and their peoples. Voluntary societies and museums, commercial companies and shops, the press and the radio all helped to turn the attention of the people of Britain to the colonial territories. The help given by visitors from the colonies was especially welcome. This detachment of the Gold Coast Mounted Police came over specially for the occasion. They made a brave show on the two royal occasions of Colonial Month. Here we see them on the Horse Guards Parade. They made an impressive sight as they rode down London's famous Mall. Buckingham Palace is in the background. Crowds, including many visitors from the colonies, waited outside Church House to welcome their Majesties the King and Queen when they arrived for the opening ceremony. Edda, a little Malayan girl, whose father is now studying at Oxford University, presented the Queen with a bouquet. The King's address was broadcast to the world. Most of those listening in the hall were men and women from the colonies, some of whom were later presented to their Majesties.
We are here then to inaugurate the Colonial Month in London. It gives me much pleasure to know that during this month the people of London and her visitors from other parts of the United Kingdom will have every chance of learning more about their fellow citizens in the colonial territory. It is a matter of much satisfaction to me that so many organizations of different kinds are generously cooperating in this venture. I look forward with special pleasure to visiting the exhibition focused on colonial progress, which opens today, and I congratulate those who have worked to make it a vivid and convincing portrait of the colonies, their peoples, and their problems. I wish every success to the enterprise.
Their Majesties leave with the Secretary of State for the Colonies, Mr. Creech Jones, and are followed by Her Royal Highness the Princess Alice and the Earl of Athlone, the Prime Minister and the rest of the platform party. This is the entrance to the official exhibition in Oxford Street. This exhibition was the central feature of the month. As they wait to go in, the crowds admire the fine bearing of the Gold Coast policemen. Entering the exhibition, visitors made their way along a realistic jungle pathway, hot, damp, and loud with noises strange to English ears. The exhibition gave a clear picture in a small space of the great wealth and importance of the colonial territories. It showed how science and modern methods and the efforts of the people were helping to solve the problems that face the colonies today in agriculture, health, and education. Life-sized models introduced visitors to various types of colonial peoples. The young lady is handling raw cotton produced by this Uganda farmer. This model of a hospital in Malta represented the great progress being made in colonial health services. In many colonies, especially those in the tropics, progress is hampered by pests and disease. Locusts, which you see here, are a great menace. Together with the tsetse fly and the malarial mosquito, they are a cause of much of the disease and hardships over which men in the colonies are struggling so hard to triumph. These are some of the colonial raw materials used in Britain. Britain, in her turn, meets the colony's needs for many kinds of manufactured goods, some of which you see here. This section of the exhibition is most important. It shows very clearly that Britain and the colonies need each other today more than they have ever done before. To stress this point was one of the main purposes of Colonial Month. Crowds outside the exhibition await the arrival of the King and Queen. This little girl comes from Nigeria. The King and Queen pay their promised visit to the exhibition. The Secretary of State for the Colonies, Mr. Creech Jones, was there to welcome them. During the 2 months in which it was open, the exhibition was visited by over 500,000 people, and now the King and Queen come to see it for themselves. The Colonial Month gave British people and visitors from the colonies a great opportunity to meet and talk, as these young men are doing here. It is small discussions like this that hold great hope for the future. Colonial Month and the exhibition are over, but they have helped to spread the spirit of cooperation and mutual understanding. It is only in this spirit that people in Britain and the colonies can work together as partners in progress.